Hello, good evening everyone. Welcome back to Thursday live sessions with PJ pannajewellers exclusive. I'm Chanchal here and I'm going to say about few of our do's and don'ts about our gold jewelry. So the very first step comes that whenever we buy the gold jewelry, we of course go to the gold jewelry shop. We see some of our favorite designs. We select our designs. Then we try on some designs and then we finalize and we select any two, three, whatever, how many jewelry we want. So we finalize and then comes the next step, which is the detailing of the product. So let's assume that we've selected this product and let's see the detailing of this product. So when we see this necklace, this is a long harem and it has small cutting green beads. It has gutta pusal hanged here, and in between we have the red ruby beads also. And then as we come down, we have a huge locket here which has the Nakshi design, and also it has Kundan design here. Now this one is also hanged with the beryl beads here and also the gutta pusal small pearls here. So when we see, it has two types of stones here, the white and red color stones, which are the Kundan stone itself, and also we have the green stones here. So this is a very long harem and it has a hook also backside, which can be used normally. I think we can detach also this one, so it can be used in two ways. So when we select this jewelry, now the step which we move forward is that we want the details. The details in the sense, what is the net weight, the gross weight, and all. So generally what the jewelers gives us is this tag. They show us this kind of tag which has the gross weight, the net weight and the stone weight. That's it. They doesn't give us the proper detailing about it. At the proper detailing, I mean that what is exactly the weight of the beads, the weight of the stones, the weight of the pearls, and whatever things are being used. Basically in a Kundan necklace we also have wax here. So what is the weight of the wax? We just cannot know by reading these kind of tags. So in pannajewellers exclusive, we have these kind of tags here where you get the proper transparency here. So in this barcode we have the proper transparency here. Just see. So here comes the first our do's and don'ts, that never see these kind of tags. This is a don't and this is a do. So always go for these kind of tags here. Now these kind of, in our jewelry, now this one has the gross weight here, the net weight here, and then how much the wax is being used, the K stone. K stone is nothing but the Kundan stones. The K pieces, how many Kundan pieces are being there, the beads here, the GP moti, which is nothing but again the gutta pusal pearls here. So we have the proper transparency here. So our first step whenever we buy any jewelry, not only the Kundan jewelry, but any jewelry, we must have the proper transparency. Okay, I think the first point is clear. If any point you have any kind of doubts, please do DM us in the comment section. So the next step come here is that, so the next step when we see here, it has that it should have a hallmark. So any jewelry we buy, it should have a hallmark here. So in this necklace we have the hallmark over here. So always have the hallmark, which is the hallmark is nothing but a 6-digit code, which has it is actually stamped by the government itself. It is the purity percentage of the jewelry, whatever jewelry we have, let it be 18 carat, let it be 22 carat, any kind of Kundan jewelry, beads jewelry, or lightweight jewelry, or anything. So okay, the first step is nothing but we should have the proper transparency. As for any jewelry you buy, ask first the transparency. Next step comes that we should have the hallmark. Okay, I just want to clear one point here, that many of people say that we buy the jewelry at flat 12%, 15%. Why are you guys charging so much? So the jewelers who give you these kind of Kundan jewelry in lesser wastage percentage, they will have you these kind of tags which will not have any kind of details. But we are being you very clear where the pearls are being used, even the wax weight, which is actually I think not even considered in many kind of stores, but we are giving you the proper wastage, the proper wax weight also mentioned in our tags. We are being very clear. So in fact we have our own manufacturing, so that is the reason why people find our wastage charges a little higher, but actually it is not very high. Okay, so the third step, okay, I think the 2 points are clear. The third step comes is that where to store the jewelry. So whenever we get in our mind, we of course get these kind of boxes, these kind of velvet boxes to store any jewelry, not only kundan but any jewelry. But the main thing is that we should never store a kundan jewelry in these kind of boxes. Instead you should store a kundan jewelry in these kind of cotton boxes. The reason why we should store the kundan jewelry in cotton boxes is that the first thing, it has a very smooth surface, so that the kundan stones will not really get scratches or the damages here. And why it should not being stored on a velvet box is that the velvet box has a chemical reaction. I'm sorry. The velvet box has some kind of chemicals being used, and also the jewelry has some other metals being used. So together when they may have some damage in the jewelry. But when we store these kind of jewelries in a cotton box, it is really very safe because it will have no damages being used here. So no damage will be formed for the jewelry here. The people even complain that my kundan jewelry became black when I stored it. So maybe the reason would be that you have been stored here in a in a velvet box instead of a cotton box. So be clear that always store your jewelry in a cotton box. In fact, while you're traveling, the cotton box is really very safe to be used for any jewelry. It is not really compulsory for kundan jewelry, but you can use these cotton boxes while traveling for any kind of jewelries. Okay, so now here comes the second do's and don't, that never use a velvet box for the cotton. I'm sorry. Never use a velvet box for storing a kundan jewelry, and we should use a cotton box. Okay, so after this, now next step comes is that I'll just share you few tricks now here. So whenever we wear any kind of heavy earrings, we feel very painful that our ears are literally, it feels like our ears are gonna come down. I to really face this problem a lot. So there are so many numbing creams coming in the market these days, that so you can just apply the numbing cream here so that our ears never feel very heavy. You can just apply and you can wear the earrings, and also we have the plastic buttons which really helps us a lot to like bear the weight of the earrings. So always have the numbing cream with you whenever you're traveling or when you have a functions. Even in fact, this is most important for the brides. It is really very important because they have the functions every now and then, like within 2-3 days the functions are being repeated, and then they have to wear heavy earrings and heavy jewelry and everything. So you just have the numbing cream with you and the buttons, which when you wear, it will be very safe and the ears will not really get pain. Okay, so and then the next step comes is that of course now the brides, I'm just telling, so there's one more point, that when we are brides, of course we do a lot of makeup. And not only brides, normally also when we go for small functions also, we of course do makeup. So never like wear jewelry and do the makeup. Just keep this in mind, that first do your makeup, give a 10 to 15 minutes gap so that the makeup sticks to your skin, and then you wear your jewelry. Again, it is not important that for your kundan jewelry only, for any kind of gold jewelry, in fact the plain chains also, first you do your makeup, give a 10 to 15 minutes gap, even in fact you can give a half an hour gap, and then you wear your jewelry. So that again because again the makeup has many chemicals being used, so that chemicals doesn't react with jewelry and it will not like get damaged or anything. So that is why we need to have this gap in between. And one more step is that of course we in daily use we apply so many perfumes. So again, perfume also can react with the jewelry, and then the color of the jewelry may fade or may get changed. So always apply perfume, again give a 10 minutes gap, and then you can wear the jewelry. Nothing will happen to the jewelry. So I think this video will be very helpful for you. So if you feel that it is very helpful, please do share this video with your friends. after the live session is done. It will be of course saved in our page, so you can anytime share it with your friends and family, whoever feel this video is very helpful for them. Okay, so next step comes is that after your function is done, you've worn your jewelry and your function is done, just remove the jewelry, take a soft cotton cloth, or you can in fact take a soft tissue and just wipe it off very smoothly from the front and also from the back, so that nothing happens to the jewelry. So whatever makeup you've applied maybe can stuck in this gaps. I'm showing it from back side, may can stuck here. So when you clean it, it will be removed and nothing will happen to the jewelry. So this should be the very next step after your function is done and when you're removing the jewelry. So it is really very safe, and when you do these kind of steps, your jewelry can go by pass on to generation. It can be used decades and hundreds of years. So if you want to pass on your jewelry to your generations, please do these kind of steps. Always after your function is done, just wipe it off with a cotton cloth or a small tissue, also done. And again, you can just put this all in cotton boxes. And then after this, never use a rough cloth in the sense any kind of netted cloth or it has some stone work or something. Never use these kind of cloths, because when you do the jewelry which has some stones or something, it may get scratches, or in fact when we see these kind of kundan jewelries, it has the 24 karat gold layering around the stones here. So when we do any kind of rough cloths here, wiping of the rough cloth on this, the stones may get a little loose and they may have the chances of falling. So always use a very soft cloth, a cotton cloth, a tissue, very soft legging. And then next step comes that there are so many people who just like done with the function and then mix all the jewelry in just one box. नहीं मुझे late हो रहा है, and then they just do all the jewelry and they put फटाफट in the boxes, in just one boxes. And then after a few days or few months, they just want to wear some jewelry and they just open the box and they see that the jewelry has been broken or it is being tangled. So to avoid these mistakes, you can have organizer boxes here. So you get so many organizer boxes on Amazon, on everywhere, Flipkart and everywhere. So you can just order any of the boxes which you want for your preference, and you can store your jewelry accordingly. In fact, I have one more trick for you here, that you can label your jewelry. For example, you are having a 4 to 5 earring sets and 4 to 5 necklaces. So accordingly, you can bring the organizer boxes here, and after the function is done, you can just put your earrings in each of the cases there, and then you can just write the box name as earrings. You can just name it as a kundan necklace, as a beads necklace, as a short necklace, and anything as per your probability. So you can just store it, which in fact becomes very easy. For example, when you're wearing a simple dress, you have a very simple function, puja, the boxes, you just don't need to open all the boxes which you have. You can just see the label and you can just remove the necklace which you want for that function. So that even becomes very easy, because I personally try this and it is really very helpful. I just don't need to open all my boxes. So any jewelry, for example, if I have long chan balis, I put them in in just some cases, and then I put it separately. If there are some daily wear studs, I put them separately. If I have rings, I put them separately. So accordingly, you can also put, if you have watches, if you have bracelets, mang tikas, and so many jewelries we have. So for all of that, you can just maintain a proper organizer boxes, which makes us easy to organize. So so also in these kind of boxes, you can add some silica gel packets, which is nothing but a gel packet which you in fact get on your any kind of bottles. When you purchase a new bottle, a new tiffin, you get these days so many silica gel. So what we do is we usually just throw them. You just think that what will be this use. So just don't throw these from now onwards. You can put that in your organizer boxes, jewelry organized boxes, so that it will be very helpful. Now what the help here is that sometimes what happens is that you wear any jewelry and maybe there's some moisture left here, and when you put that gel in that, it will what it will do is that it will absorb all the moisture and it will keep your jewelry very safe. So that is why we need to like put the silica gel packets over there. Also when I said that the jewelry gets tangled, you have a problem. So what you can do is that any kind of satladas or anything, if you have, you can just roll it down and put it in a ziploc, which becomes very easy. If you have any small earrings, rings or something, you can just put it in a small kind of ziplocs, and you can just put it in your organizer boxes again. So again, that is also a very quick trick. So where in fact that if you want just one ring, you can just pick the one ring, and you can just, if you're traveling or something, you can just take that one ziploc and put it in your bag also. It is also very safe, and you just don't need to again rush where is the ring, where is the earring and everything. So the next step comes here. For example, now I wore a jewelry and suddenly it started raining. So we should always avoid jewelry from rain, because what happens is that sometimes because of the lot of moisture also, the jewelry may get damaged. It has very less chances, but sometimes it may happen. In fact, when we wear some lightweight jewelry which has a lot of beads or something, sometimes it may react. It has really very less chances, like 0.01% chances, but again we have a little chances. So why to even like do that? Always be precautionous before itself. So you in fact, when you're raining, just keep the jewelry safe. And the next step comes is that whenever we are going to places where there is a lot of humidity, there also we need to we need not to wear these kind of kundan jewelry, because of us, because of the lot of humidity, we will get a lot of sweat, we will feel very hot, we'll get a lot of sweat. So because of that sweat, as I mentioned before, that these kind of kundan jewelry will have 24 karat gold around, used around the stones. So what will happen is that whenever we get the sweat here, the chemicals may react, and then the stones will get a little maybe loose, or some damage can happen. That is also very less chances, but I'm just being a little precautious to you before itself. Okay, so I think I'm done with the tricks and some more information about how to store and how to put all your jewelry. Okay, so I'll end up the live session here. So if you have any queries, do let me know. I'll just clarify them in the comment section itself. Okay, so bye bye, take care. I think there's one query. Oh yeah, I just forgot to inform you that we have an exhibition coming from tomorrow itself, the Friday, Saturday and Sunday, 23, 24 and 25 of August in the Bangalore. The location is at Bangalore Palace, Vasant Nagar. So people who are living around Karnataka or Bangalore, anywhere, you can visit the exhibition over there. We are going to exhibit our lightweight jewelry. In fact, few of our kundan, nakshi, there are so many variety of jewelries. You can just go and refer our jewelry exhibition. So do visit our store also. Our store is at Secunderabad MG Road, opposite to Paradise Hotel. We are open from Monday to Saturday. We are not open on Sundays. There are so many queries. Are you open on Sundays? So no, we are not open on Sundays. We are open from Monday to Saturday from 10 to 7:30 p.m. Okay, take care. Bye bye. Let's meet on next Thursday.